Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at the 11th floor of the Kinki no Goku, aka the Forbidden Abyss. And I would like to remind you that starting from the 11th floor, the elemental effectiveness bonus is increased much more than usual. As you can see, if you have the prevailing element, you will do twice as much damage as usual. And if you are the weaker element, you only do a third of your normal attack. So this really incentivizes you to use the correct element type in these stages, because you not only will you do more damage, you also take less damage, which is going to be super important. This stage features gravity barriers and warps as the main gimmicks, so you're going to have to worry about both very importantly. And really, there's no other gimmick. It's a fairly mechanically, it's a straightforward quest. You just need to understand the pairs of revival pairs, and you're on your way. So let's get this started. Again, the important thing is knowing your pairs. In this first battle, all you have to worry about are the two specters in the middle. Your first attack, Game Width suggests that you take out that shark dude on the bottom left with your first character. On the second character, you can aim at that flower on the top left to take out the leftmost hammerhead shark. On your third turn, you can again aim for that flower just above that warp on the top right to take out the top right hammerhead guy. Unfortunately, I kind of missed, but luckily I took out the other shark dude on the bottom, so that's okay. And on the fourth turn, basically aim for that tree in the middle, as you can see right there, to get in between those specters. And normally all you would have left is that one on the bottom right, but I have the one on the top. I do know coming up on the next stage you kind of want to be half on top, half on bottom, so that's why I spent this turn just doing a side-to-side attack. And do keep in mind that all monsters in this quest, the largest attack equals death, so always keep track of that and use that to your advantage sometimes to see if you can take a little break or not. Now, Battle 2 features a extra pair on top of the specters, and that is the giant smiter pair you see in the middle. You have to take them both out at the same time, so do keep that in mind. Ideally, you want to get rid of all of the minions before you take out the smiter, right? It does give you area to run around in, so do your best to try and clear out those specters and the sharks as soon as possible. Kind of missed there, which is a little unfortunate. As you can see, the specters aren't a pinchable gap, but rather an open gap where you can just run in between them over and over. So you gotta find that right flat angle to get in there to do the damage you need to take them both out. But luckily MDT there is in a perfect position to take out that shark dude, and we're gonna try and pinch to kill the smiters, but it doesn't really work out. Anyways, let's introduce the party while we have some downtime here. First slot is Gennai. Of course, having the gravity barriers and warps is important. Having the super null warp will increase his damage output, which is great. In addition, his strike shot is invaluable in this stage. It allows you to do so much damage to take out all of these minions, and as you will see later, there's a lot of garbage you have to deal with this stage. So it is a very powerful strike shot for this stage, and that's also the reason why I used a friend version of Gennai as well. Next up is, you probably don't see him around very often, but I had limited options at that time when I cleared this. We've got MDT Sky Armor, aka Didier Simflail, if you remember the English version. Again, he fits all of the gimmicks, which is great, and his strike shot is absolutely worthless. You'll see me use it many times accidentally. Well, that's just because I didn't know better, but do not use his strike shot. He is only there for his power. I mean, look at that damage. It is pretty high. And last but not least, we got Rey from the Star Wars collab. Again, she fits the bill in terms of gimmicks, and I mean, her bump combo can do a good amount of damage. Of course, you do more damage by directly hitting monsters, but hey, it'll help out for sure. Alright, Battle 3. An important note for Battle 3 is that the pair in this stage, after you clear the specters in the middle, it's actually the pairs in the corner. So it's the giant spider with its nearby hammerhead shark. So the top left is one pair, and the bottom right is one pair. It is not the diagonal pairs. So the hammerheads aren't one pair, and the spiders aren't one pair. And this is something that I actually misunderstood in this video. This is actually the first time I got this far, I think. I always got stuck on either stage 1 or 2. But it isn't the opposite corners that are the pairs. It is the same corner. So you're going to see me take out the 2 sharks in the middle, I think, on the next turn. And then I definitely was telling myself, yes, there we go. Can't wait for these stupid spiders to get together and make life a pain, right? Yep, we should see it now. And you can imagine my shocked face right now when that happened. Now, of course, the spiders are the big attack is on its 1 cooldown right now, so it's gonna kill us. So we gotta use Gennai Strike Shot again. It will increase his speed and attack, so it allows him to clean up very nicely, assuming he doesn't get trapped anywhere. And luckily, give that last love tap to the spider at the end to take him out. And after that, it's all about cleaning up the minions. As long as you can take out the Spectre pairs and the other sharks, you're good. And so really, I have nothing else to talk about, so I just set up the attack chart for Avalon here, who we first see in this stage. If you clear out all of the minions, you see that they have the green skulls. You put Avalon into a defense down state, and basically everything does a lot of damage to her. So, I mean, of course you needed to clear out the minions so that they don't explode on you and kill you. So, I mean, everything is streamlined here, and it's pretty straightforward. The only question is, can you get into a position to do enough damage to take out these monsters? As you can see, the sharks are conveniently placed in between a block and itself, so you really don't want no block on this stage because you want to take advantage of the blocks to do damage. So, really just gravity and warps is all you have to worry about. And this is why I say you shouldn't be using MDT Strike Shot. You know, again, this is my first time getting this far on the stage, so I thought we would see what damage it would do, but clearly worthless. The cooldowns on the Spectres have hit 1, so that's why I'm going to use a Strike Shot here with Ray to make sure I take them out diligently. And now we see that defense down on Avalon, and now we can just go ham on her. And as you can see, all of the attacks around her isn't too bad. Maybe that homing is a little bit hurtful, and I guess if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time with the laser, that can add up. But all in all, the cooldowns are fairly long, and I mean, of course, that death attack up there, it's 30k per monster, so if you're possibly bringing a monster that has barrier, you could survive it, but that's still 90k if you only have one monster with a barrier. I'm not sure if any barrier monsters are viable for this stage anyway. Again, do keep in mind that the elemental effectiveness is super important on this stage. Alright, we're not done yet. We're on Battle 5. And as you can see, all of these hammerhead monsters are in the corners. They do not revive each other. They don't heal each other. So just make sure you clean them up in a timely manner. The attack pattern for Avalon is changed slightly. As you can see, the homing and energy circle is now one packaged attack on the left, the horizon laser on the right, and the bottom is just warps. So you don't have to worry about anything that comes out from that bottom attack. So if that's the case, really you just go on and see, can I take out all of these minions? And luckily my monsters were in a great position. You know, with Gennai in the top right, we got Ray on the left, we had that my friend Genai on the bottom, and I just used the strike shot to make sure I cleared it out. Again, you know, I got this far, might as well see how far I can get. So looks pretty good, and there you go, defense down. And you know, just pay attention to that death timer on top. You have 6 turns to clear out Avalon, but once you get that defense down active, everything does so much damage to her, which is great. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a reason why I took the time to put up the attack, you know, pattern here, because there really isn't much more to do. This is a very mechanically easy floor. Just whether or not you can actually do the things you plan to do, completely different story. Alright, boss stage, let's take a look at the attacks here. The warp's on the right side, so you don't have to worry about that. There's a horizon laser that's counting down on top, homing attacks on the left, and you got the death timer on the bottom now. And as you can see, that death attack now is up to 50k, so even if you have one barrier monster, that's not going to be enough. That's a total of 200,000 damage, so good luck. But as you can see, we got the sharks on the sides. Take them out before their big number expires. You've got Avalons on the bottom. You got copies. You might remember that from her stage. Again, that middle number is the death counter, so make sure you take it out before then. Otherwise, you just have to worry about lasers, which honestly, I mean, as long as you're doing damage, there's nothing else you can worry about. Sure, you can try and position well, but I wouldn't sacrifice damage for good opportunities for just avoiding lasers, you know, or homings, I guess. So yeah, got a nice pinch there with the block. Again, the blocks are there to help you to take out the enemies quicker, so take advantage of them if you can. Once you get rid of them, the blue skulls activate, and we're on easy street, right? Okay, I guess the homings do hurt, so make sure you top off the HP as appropriate. I mean, everything does punch hard, so if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, especially with that horizon laser, multiple monsters, that can hurt. Alright, second stage of the boss. Again, you got the specters in the middle you need to take out as a pair. I forget if the Smidras you need to take out as a pair. I don't think you did. Oh, no, you did. So, the specters are a pair, the Smidras are a pair, and the sharks are not a pair. And again, the largest attacks for each of them are death counters, so we got 7 turns to take out the Smidras, we got 4 to take out the specters, we gotta get rid of the sharks by 5 turns. There's a lot to worry about. So maybe there's a reason why Avalon isn't going crazy with her attacks. Ooh, nice. That's kind of risky because you're not going in between to for sure take them out, but luckily we're able to take out both at the same time. Great. And then once you clear all of the monsters on the top half of the stage, the Smidras will gladly move to the middle of the top. Does that make sense? To just say, hey, take us out. And, I mean, it's basically impossible to take them out. I mean, I guess, unless you're lucky with either strike shots or other means. But when they're separated, it's not an easy task to take out both. And we've kind of hit a snag here. We've killed one of them, which desyncs them from meeting up together. So to hopefully fix this, we're going to use Genai Strike Shot here. And his damage boost, which is enough to take out both, even though they were desynced in terms of location. And I'm sure I made sure that my HP was in a good state there. Again, since we know the right attack is warps, there is nothing to worry about. Probably wanted to take the the health anyway, just because in case I missed, right? I would have a second shot. And yeah, now we're just dishing out damage. No problem. Shouldn't be worried at all. Honestly, the biggest worry up to this point was the fact that the Smiters got desynced, right? So, looking great. Final stage. Ooh, look at this mess. Yeah. So as you can see, we got the Spectre pairs on the top and bottom. Those are the only ones you need to worry about killing in pairs, I believe. So, and luckily they're nearby each other, so you don't have to worry about any shenanigans about top or bottom pairs. But all the other sharks are on their own, so as long as you can diligently take them out before their big attack happens, you are set. And if you can do that quickly, it's honestly an easy final boss. As you can see, there is 10 turns before she will kill you. Taking out another shark, that's great. I don't know, probably could have pathed that a little better so that maybe I would be able to take out two, but get a nice strike shot. We want to see all that damage happening. And that's barely enough. Honestly, that speed up that Gendai gets is second to none, I feel like. Super nice. Right? I mean, if that didn't happen, those Spectres on top would revive. Everybody else is on the bottom, which would make it very difficult to take him out. Until I guess it's Gendai's turn again. And then we would only have 3 turns left to attack Avalon. Not good. But here, this is cool. If MDT doesn't take that Sharkman out, Ray was in the perfect position to do that. But now we have 6 turns to take out Avalon, which should not be a difficult proposition. And maybe I should have gone side to side to get more opportunities to hit that weak point. That's okay. As you can see, once that defense down is active, you do an immense amount of damage to Avalon. So we're on easy street. And you even get a knockout. How great is that? Even though it really doesn't matter. The warp attack was only happening. It would have been better if it skipped the horizon there, but even that didn't hit anybody, so. I guess I wanted to see how much damage I could do with MDT strike shot. Not much. It is a fixed damage, so it really doesn't matter that the defense down was active, so. Again, don't use MDT strike shot. Probably don't even use MDT. At this point, there's probably better monsters I could even use for this stage, but honestly, at that point, it was the best option I had, so made it work. So there you go. The rewards start to get a little juicier at this point, but yeah, that is it for floor 11 of the Kinki no Goku. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.